back at it again, and I came across this video, and I found it quite interesante because of who was saying what in this video. This is a video from Benny Johnson. Shout out to Benny Johnson. Make sure you guys go subscribe to his YouTube channel. I'll leave the original link down below. If I happen to forget, just remind me in the comment section. I'm a forgetful person, all right? But yeah, Benny Johnson is where this video came from. Anyway, like, share, comment, hit that subscribe button if you're new, and let's dive in.
You come out on that rah-rah bullshit, you gonna be dead locked up, or you gonna be got somewhere like what's just going on. All right, no more Antifa.
Antifa is actually anti-fascist.
Okay.
Did you hear what he said? Black Atlanta resident, white Atlanta resident. The black guy said, no more Antifa. Listen to what the white person says.
So when we talk about Antifa, what we're actually saying is people that are against fascism in all its forms.
Huh. That's what we're talking about. Fascism in all of its form. Interesting. Very interesting. All right.
This is Benny on the block. Hi, Benny.
Welcome
Benny on
to
the block.
Peachtree Tower in downtown Atlanta. Benny, is there a hurricane blowing through Atlanta? Why is this building all boarded up with plywood, you may ask? Well, it's because Antifa, the terrorist group that is whiter than Vampire Weekend at a Whole Foods, rampaged through the city, setting
Absolutely rampaged. And they claim to be doing it for black people. And yet, the very black people that they claim to be doing it for don't like it. How ironic is that?
None of these Antifa members are from Atlanta.
Look at this. Look at this. It sounds like he's about to say none of them are from Atlanta. Look at this. Does anybody in this photo look black? Do, 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 do. I think that's a pretty simple answer. You guys don't need a timer. No. But yet they claim, oh, we're fighting. We're fighting for black folks. We're fighting because that young brother was, yeah, it happened to him. We're fighting for black folks. No, you're not. No, you are not. And I'm so happy that the family came out and said, you know, if you protest, you're not doing it for us. I'm so happy that they came out and said that, because then that took away the steam. That completely took away the steam. Woo. We'll fast forward. Get to the nitty gritty.
My name is Benny. I have a show called Benny on the Block, where I go and I talk with people. And we saw that there was some news. Some people were smashing up buildings and stuff here. Are they welcome here? Are they welcome in Atlanta?
I love Atlanta. Blind, crippled, crazy. I love the city, man. That's just too much for me. Make the image bad.
So is this Antifa, is they welcome here in Atlanta or no?
No, they're not welcome.
So no Antifa in Atlanta?
None.
No.
I wish it didn't exist at all.
Yes. No space for Antifa in Atlanta?
No, absolutely not.
Don't tear up our home.
Right.
This is our backyard. This is where we gotta stay in. I mean, it shouldn't happen.
That's right.
That should not happen. This is not the place for that. Because in the long run, we gotta live here. Y'all don't. And then people will start to see that, and they will see all as the enemy.
Just because you don't like something.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You know, that's a great point. Let Antifa keep on tearing it up. Keep on tearing it up. Listen. Because eventually people will open their eyes. As you guys are hearing, the very black people that live in places like Atlanta are like, no, they're not welcome. Absolutely not. But eventually, it will become more than just a, hey, you're not welcome. It will become, hey, get out of our city now before I put some hands on you. Then what happens to a group like Antifa? Lose their power, huh? I think so. So maybe I jumped the gun. Keep on tearing these cities up. Keep on tearing them up, please. Please. Matter of fact, go to some of the city blocks. Tear those up too. You know, a couple of houses look like they need to be torn down. Yeah. Tear up the city blocks too. Yeah. Residential neighborhoods, I should say. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Tear those up. Make all those folks angry. Please do. Please do.
It does not mean you can shoot at somebody and expect to not get something happen back to you. You know, it's kind of like cause and effect. For example, if I was to slap him, he has every right to slap me back. No matter that I'm a girl, I put my hands on him first.
None of these people are rioting are from Atlanta. None of them are even from Georgia. So they're like coming here to mess up life for people in Georgia.
I don't agree with that. That's absolutely wrong. If you're gonna come here and do that, you might as well just stay in your state and do it.
Protest is okay. Protest is fine, but not when you're destroying things.
Yeah.
Because why would you come from somewhere else to destroy other people's property?
I'm all for protest. I'm all for protest. I mean, you know, I'm not necessarily participating in any protests myself, but, you know, I'm all for protest. I'm all for, you know, making sure your voice is heard as long as it's being done peacefully. Protest now has become synonymous with, oh, we get to throw rocks through windows and burn stuff down and flip over cars and no. The police should immediately shut something like that down. And people should be arrested en masse and charged to the fullest extent of the law. I'm totally against that. But I'm 100% for people protesting. Absolutely. Go out and protest. If you want to protest, if you want to march out in the streets, go ahead. By all means. But you better not burn anything down. You better not be out here flipping over cars, doing foolish stuff. Just saying.
Because they're a violent domestic terrorist group.
Come from somewhere else to destroy other people's property.
Because they're a violent domestic terrorist group.
Yeah.
Peaceful protest is the way. You know what I mean? Violence, people get hurt.
Yeah.
So you always good to make peace.
Yeah.
You come out on that rah-rah bullshit, you gonna be dead locked up, or you gonna be got somewhere like what's going on. All right. No more Antifa.
No more Antifa.
I don't feel like this is good for the community or for the kids to see, or for the kids to know anything about.
I'm against it because I mean you're messing up a beautiful city. It's different ways to go about doing things. This
Talk
is
that
not
talk,
it.
girl.
The police, like, they're meant to protect, you know? So it's like they have to protect themselves at the end of the day, and everybody human outside of clothes. So you're not just shooting at the police, you're shooting at somebody's son, somebody's daughter, somebody's mother, somebody's sister.
To me, that's not necessarily a protest.
Bingo!
That's more
I'm so happy she said that. People think police are robots. Like, and I've said this before. Cops are just like you and I. The way that they walked out of their front door is the same way that they want to walk back in. You don't want to walk back through your front door with some extra holes, do you? After a long days of work. You don't want that. And especially not any holes that you didn't intend to put. All right. Now, if you want to put some, holes in your ears or whatever, that's a different story. I'm talking about unintended holes. You don't want to walk back through that door with no extra holes. So yes, if you send projectiles towards a police officer, you can bet your bottom dollar you're going to get some sent back at you. And they trained for this. So them projectiles going to hit you. It ain't going to be no, whizzing by too much. It's going to hit target. All right? And you the target. Goodness gracious. People are like shocked. It's like, duh. What'd you expect? What you expected the guy to do that to a cop, to an officer, and just nothing to happen? You sent projectiles towards that man. He's got a family to go back to. Even if he ain't got a family, he's got a mother, a brother, a sister, right? Goodness gracious, man. I don't get these folks. They make no sense. So I'm so happy these black folks of Atlanta are talking some sense out here, man. Love to hear it.
Right, because protests can be done peacefully and actually make a change. Riots cause more destruction, more chaos, and more division amongst the people. And the way I see it is, if you want change, you have to go about it the right way.
After speaking with the fine people walking the streets of Atlanta, I decided to head over to Georgia State University to speak to the student population there and find out what they thought about the white domestic terrorist group Antifa attacking the city of Atlanta. Question of the day. Over the weekend, there were anti-police riots here in Atlanta. I'm not sure if you heard about that. A group called Antifa not wanting to have a new police department here. Well, what's your take on that?
Antifa is actually anti-fascist.
Okay.
So when we talk about Antifa, what we're actually saying is people that are against fascism in all its forms.
Okay.
Now, when we talk about Antifa, it's very tricky because Antifa is not an organization. That's actually just sort of more of an ideology.
Antifa is an idea, not an organization.
Oh, you got it.
Not militia.
When you're not answering to peaceful tactics, I think you have to take up to another level. If they're not going to listen to you, do something that's going to make them listen.
Sometimes you got to do extreme things to get your point across.
Can we sing about it?
I believe in the sky. Why I believe in the sky.
Anti-government, anti-democratic.
What was that? I believe in the sky. Yo. Woo. Oh my goodness. I think it's time he hangs up that guitar. All right.
And certainly anti-black or marginalized peoples. Those are the groups that are really creating problems in our world right now, and specifically in this country.
You said anti-black movements, but every black person that we've talked to today has said Antifa needs to get out of the city and that they hate the fact that they're attacking police and burning it down and that it's making life worse for black people.
Okay, well, I can't speak to that, obviously. I mean, I can't...
Are you for real? You do what you got to do to be heard and get the right legislation that's going to help those that are oppressed.
Have you ever heard of the group Antifa? Do you know anything about them? The group that smashed?
I'm being pulled away.
Beta.
Okay, see ya.
Beta mode.
Bye. So do the people of Atlanta like these terrorist tactics from the white domestic terrorist group, Antifa? Well, I guess it depends on how white and woke you are. The regular people in Atlanta don't like these tactics and say you can get the hell on to Antifa. Let's hope they leave for good. Knock on wood.
Oh, man. What a video. Shout out to Benny Johnson. Once again, make sure you guys go subscribe to his YouTube channel. All right. A fantastic video because it showed the disconnect. The very people that they say that they're there to help and defend are the very ones that are telling them, no, get out of our city. We don't want you here destroying stuff. Kind of ironic, huh? Love to see it. Love to see it. The tables are turning, ladies and gentlemen. The tables are turning, and it is beautiful to watch those tables turn. And even if you want to speak about the recent situation that happened, his family and mother came out and said, hey, we don't want you guys out protesting. He wouldn't have wanted you guys out protesting and burning stuff down. Excuse me. We don't want you guys out protesting and damaging property and things. He wouldn't have wanted you guys damaging property. You can go out and protest, but if you're burning stuff down and destroying property, you're not doing that for us. I believe that was his mother that came out and said that. Before what was that? I think it was just this past Friday, right? When the video clips were released. I believe that was this past Friday, this past week. I love that his mother came out and said that because it took away the sting. And you just had to sit back and watch and wait. Are they really going to go to the extreme? Are they really going to ignore the wishes of his mother? And if they do, what will happen? Will all of those black folks that stood next to her mother and were nodding their heads and saying, yes, we agree, will they all then turn on all of these white rich folks that are coming into their city to destroy stuff? And yes, you had a few instances, but it didn't turn out to be what a lot of us expected it to turn out to be. I expected a whole lot to go down. I expected all types of cars to be flipped over, buildings to be set ablaze, all types of crazy stuff. I mean, all over the place. The entire city to be on fire, basically. Didn't turn out to be the case. Obviously, like I said, you had a few, little flare-ups here or there, but for the most part, they actually listened. Kind of interesting. Now, I wonder where this goes from here. Does this turn into now, hey, let's become more peaceful? Or do they revert back to their old ways? And what happens when they revert back to their old ways? Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section below. Like, share, comment. Hit that subscribe button before you go. Peace and love. I'm out.